Check. I got audio. Yeah. All right. Let me set up my lights because you can't set up the lights after you start. Let me. Lights bright as hell. Blue light. We don't want blue lights. Red light. How about that? All right. Hold on. Let me just set this up real quick. What if we do no lights? Looking all purple and stuff. All right. Let me switch this out. White light's probably best. All right. That's so you can see I'm in a different place. That's really bright. All right, there we go. So I'm a little early, and I apologize. I said 9, but my reason. The hell is this? Shit on my mic. The reason, cause I'm going to the movies. Actually, every Tuesday there's this movie theater, and it's like really cheap, and yeah. But I want to keep the schedule because this is the second to the last live. So next week that live is going to be crazy. I don't know how much crazier it can be, but I'm going to try my best to make it the best live ever. So I'm going to spend all my time next week figuring out how to make it better, researching all that. But yeah, so I'm going to be leaving at 9, and I might stream from the car. I don't think my friend wants to be on camera, but maybe, I don't know. But yeah, today was alright, man. Today was alright. A little annoying, family stuff as usual, but it's alright. Just came back from Zumba. The teacher, she actually, before I even get into that, I want to know who's in the chat. Who's up in here, man? I want to know. I want to know. Da, 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 da. But yeah, I wasn't planning on doing Zumba because I didn't feel like it. Usually when I'm not, but every time I finish Zumba, I always feel. So this would be when I'm not in the right space. But when I leave it, she ended on what'd she end on? She ended on I get so weak in the knees of Katani speak, and it was just crazy because that's a song from My Air, one of my favorite songs. SWV, and I guess in this class they're more of my age. In the morning class, they're more like grandmas. And then people just started singing, and she's it was just craziness, man, crazy. But yeah, it was good. But yeah, so we're doing this step, right? This Zumba step, and for the love of yo, what up, what up, what up, Captain Bread. Bread is good for you, man. It was in the Bible. Manna came from the heavens. But she came all the way to where I was standing, and she's trying to show me the steps, and I'm all like a duck. But I got it. It's an 8-step. You got to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. But yeah, yeah. Um, so today, I don't like doing these. So the reason I'm streaming right now is because I'm keeping the schedule. I said I'm gonna be on there. I'm gonna be there a little early, and that's important. And according to Immanuel Kant, I guess it's 'cause I was listening to him or listening to a book, and he was talking about him, and he's on some other shit, man. He's on some categorically. Who says stuff like that? But categorically is another word for saying unconditional. So you can say I want unconditional love, or you can say I want categorically love, something like that. But he was just saying, you know, like it's philosophy, political philosophy or some shit like that. And he said something along the lines of, I'm here and I'm taking care of my dad. I'm not like happy about it, but that's what I'm doing. And according to Immanuel Kant, Karl Marx is another guy, but he was saying because I'm doing it, I'm gonna butcher this up because this is above my thing. But he was saying if you do something as a means to an end, then it's not noble. It's not. It's not. We'll paraphrase. It's selfish. So when I was teaching in Japan the first couple of years, I would say I'm just teaching so I could be in Japan. So it wasn't a noble. It wasn't worthy of respect or anything. But because now he's old school man, but he was saying all types of stuff like so he's in a different time period, but he was saying, sex before marriage, they were all sisters with voices. They were all in sisters with voices. Yes, sir. I didn't know that was what the acronym was. I never asked, but because then it came about that's what there was the acronym. But yeah. But here's another one I found out yesterday. CeeLo from Goody Mob was singing backup in TLC's songs because they're all part of the same family. Didn't know that. Of course, I didn't know who he was at that time. And I don't think I would have cared, but, shit like that. Yeah. So, so this philosophy stuff, like it just, because he was saying this, like this is where I'm butchering this up because it's hard to wrap my head around this. I can't really explain it, but according to him, the reason why we do stuff, there's two reasons. We do it because society wants us to do it, or we want to gain something. So you go to work to get a paycheck so you can buy the things you want. It's an external reason for doing what you do. But he was saying that we should be doing things self-directed, selfless, like no external reasoning. We make up our own rules. We're in control. Otherwise, we're not in control of ourselves. Now, I only just listened to it, so I'm sorry if it doesn't make sense because it don't make sense to me. But yeah, like it's you define your own purpose. But then he comes back around, and is like, but you can't be having sex before marriage because, and his rationale was the highest level, highest form. Black books. What's black books? So I gotta click on a link. Is it a link? It's not a link. But he was saying the highest thing is humanity. We should do things for humanity. And he was saying sex before marriage, you don't respect yourself. I mean, he's going on and on, but it was an interesting take on it. But the movie I'm going to watch is the one with about the lion. I mean, it seemed like I've seen a lot of movies like that. A family goes out in the jungle and then the lion tries to kill him. But this is an updated one with Ibris. And I guess there's poachers and something like that. Seems interesting. We'll see. But yeah, man. Yeah, man. Today was rough. Not I can't explain it, nor do I want to go into details about it right now. But um, today at therapy, like it is. So we keep circling around this point. I'll be like, so today I came up with a point. I'm like, it's difficult for me. I think as a collective, they were called organized noise here. Look at you dropping all that knowledge. I know that a lot of like who else was a random person, but they're like in the basement. A bunch of people. Future, he's also in it, like in that area, just cranking shit out. In my city, I'm gonna jump around because that's what I do. But in my city, there was a place. There was only one studio at the time. That could have been like because we all kind of went through there at some point, but this person in particular wasn't about humanity. He was about making a quick buck, and he kind of screwed me, which sparked the revolution of I'm gonna do all this shit by myself because I don't trust people. Got trust issues. But yeah, so I'm talking to the therapist, and I'm just like, yeah. And she's just like, I can't, because it's only 1 hour, and it's hard to like say everything that's in my brain in 1 hour unless I like. And I did this time. I kind of wrote out a script of what I was going to say, and I practiced it this morning when I was walking and talking. But then you get in there, and the lights go out. Come on, lights. You see how they did me dirty? All right, we just got to use. Doesn't it look different now? It looks all janky. But I guess it's okay because, this is going to be a short stream. But I guess I got to charge these. So these are the lights right here. Kind of these battery-powered lights. Pretty cool. I bought them for live streaming and shit and for shoots. Yo, check this out, man. I found a model who lives like 10 minutes up the way. And I asked her, how much do you charge to do nude shoots? She wrote $175 per hour. Which, now one, I don't got any money. And if I did have money, I have things I need to attend to way before I start doing all that. But three, she's not, I don't know where she pulled that number out. I mean, you could set whatever you want. But there's no way I'm paying anybody. But hey, whatever. I mean, her situation didn't seem so great. So I guess she needs the money, but I'm not going to be that guy. She's going to have to come down with like on some, I'm happy to be shooting with you type of thing. But it's a hustle, man. But yeah. So that was not funny. It was interesting. I just got to find the right person who's priced on some free. Or maybe I could enter in on some, I'm charging $400. Because you can do that too. Like I normally charge $400 to take pictures, but I'll do it for you for free. And then she'll bump her price down on some negotiating stuff. Back to Immanuel Kant. He was saying that lying is bad. You should always tell the truth. And they asked him, so, because he's in this era, right? So he's asked, if there was like if you're in this area and the German Nazis are banging on your door looking for someone who's sitting down in the basement, what should you do? And even then, he's like, nope, you should tell the truth. What up? Yeah, so this is going to be a super short stream. But next week is going to be like the last one. I'm going to try to promote it. You still in Japan? No, sir. No, ma'am. No person. I've been home since February 12. Don't be like Tony Soprano and fall in love with your therapist. I mean, I was trying because Joker. I mean, there's a lot of stories like that, but I'm not paying her, so whatever. But you know, that was the aim, man. Because I was doing some online therapy sessions, sitting in this couch, we're doing it right here, and I was like, I want to be where there's a couch, and it's. I mean, I like her. She's cool. Whatever. She yeah, yeah. I mean, I mentioned before, so she had a plan to not fix me, but come up with a plan by September something. But there is no way that's gonna happen, because so I'm jumping around. So my issue or my thing is like the social norms, right? We all kind of conform to certain social norms, and if you're in this group of people, you kind of just follow suit. Like if you're in a mosh pit, you could be all crazy and shit, but there's rules to it. You can't be stabbing people while you're in a mosh pit, but you can be a little rough, what have you. If you're at a strip club, I believe you're not allowed to pick up the money. That would be like a rule that you're not supposed to do, and on and on. There's rules to everything. And my issue is, if let's say I'm in the strip club, right? Nah, I don't want to use that. Like I make up my own rules, Like I don't think I'm gonna get so deep in Immanuel Kant. I can't get into Kant because Kant is so. But let's say that became my mantra. He's talking on some you do not lie, even if, so my example. So even if the Germans or the Nazis are banging at your door, like, where is Anne Frank? You have to tell the truth according to him. Even if, they'll come in. But you can say, yeah, I saw her down the street an hour ago. That's okay, according to him. You don't break the universal law. So I'm reading, and I was trying to illustrate this to the therapist. Like I read a lot of different shit, and I do a lot of different stuff, and I meet a lot of different people. So it kind of it changes me, right? I'm different. So now I came back home, and a lot of my issues are with the people who haven't read the books I had or experienced what I experienced, and now it's just like you're such a weird person, but I'm growing, and like Immanuel Kant. My middle name is Emmanuel. Not that matters, but like if I start walking around on some, you must tell the truth, even in, like if that's an ugly baby, you tell them that's an ugly baby because that is universal law. Like it's intriguing to me because I'm always trying to look for different ways to live, different ways to make things make sense. Because with my therapist, I brought up, lying, and she's like, sometimes you gotta lie, social lying. Yo, what up? You still go out to Japan? I understand all the questions because that is what it is. I live in America. I'm taking care of my dad. My dad's 89 years old. My mom died in February, so I'm here. And that's a short one. I really do got to make like a freaking like a theme song, like a little recap theme song. Wagwan. Not much. Just out here shooting the shit. I'm about to go to the movies, so this is gonna cut short. But I just want to know. I just want to be on point. But next week will be the last. Actually, let me make sure this is right because calendar. Yeah. So the last Tuesday of this month. Sorry for your loss, bro. Thank you. I mean, I sat on this couch and I made a song, but I sat on the other couch and I made a little video. I don't know. I never felt such pain and sorrow and grief in that one moment of intenseness. And after that, it just, like, I don't know. I don't know what would have happened if I didn't do that. I don't know. But, I don't know. So here's what the therapist asked me today. She said, I was explaining that, I was blah, 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 blah. And I was like, yeah, my mom, she would be like, tell the truth to no leash dog. Do you keep it? I mean, he emailed me yesterday. I mean, I'm pretty. I just be. I mean, he emailed me yesterday, so I guess that would be a yes. But the therapist asked me, "Do you miss your mom?" Like, what kind of dumbass question is that? Yes. It's like, why are you asking me? I'm not a big fan of questions that are, why wouldn't I miss my mom? Because every time I talk about my mom, I start getting all teared up. It's like, oh, you seem very emotional. Why wouldn't I be emotional? It's my mom. But she that's her job. I'm sitting in that chair for her to ask those kind of questions so she can get a better understanding. But I don't think that question needs to be asked to get any deeper understanding. But yeah. Um I was planning to go back to Japan just for a quick trip in December because I got a 3-year visa and I was trying to. So technically, I could pop back in Japan right now, no problem. But if I don't go back in December, then my visa will expire because I was out the country for so long. But I don't know the future, Like, my dad could live to be 177. Therefore, I'll be here. And that's just what's going to happen. But, yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So, yeah, next week is going to be the last Tuesday talk. It's probably going to be the last videos that I be putting up because I start working. I'm teaching at a Catholic school, teaching kids how to read, which is cool. I saw a video of them teaching, and it's almost like Japan, minus that. I mean, it'll be mixed. There'll be all ethnicities in the class. So there might be like a Japanese kid, which be like, yeah, I used to teach in Japan. Yo, in my Zumba class, there's a Japanese looking person. I think she's Japanese. I can't tell. But she's like the step of like, what? Like, I'll be like, I can't. All I know is she's always ahead of the beat. Like, she's before the beat drops. Like, she's just moving. And then this teacher, she's like always doing, like, she's just grinding, like if this was in the club, we'd be good friends, I guess. Because when I go to at least in Japan, I would always try to dance with the person who's loving to dance. They're in the middle of the floor and they're dancing, and I would come up and I wasn't really a big fan of dancing with the person by the bar because, they're just hiding out by the bar, being scared. But all her dances involve some type of grinding motion. And it's interesting to watch the ladies, some are my age and some go to clubs, but some are just kind of like I mean, I don't be grinding the air because it's weird. Maybe if the lights were lower and stuff, Do you plan to go back to Japan? Yes, one day. One day. One day I will return to the land of the rising sun. But I don't know when that will be. And, I'm not. The thing about me, I don't know, man. The thing is, I'm not like crying or wishing I was back. I'm here and I'm going to focus on here stuff. And when it's time to be there stuff, I'll be. Like, the thing is, man, when situation changes, like right now, as I said, I got this job teaching little kids, and I'm gonna save up so I have that ticket money. So when the situation is a little bit different, I'll be so quick on that airplane, but They'd be like, "Where's Matt? Isn't he's gone." I don't think I'm gonna even tell anybody. Sorry for lost your mother. Thank you. It's crazy, man. No one really. I mean, who thinks about this stuff? But you know, we all die. And I mean, of my friends, I think my one friend, his dad died when he was in school, and my ex girlfriend, her mom passed away when she was in school, and another friend, his dad passed. I mean, a lot of my, it happened, but I never thought it's going to happen to me, even though it's inevitable. You don't really think about it. Although, when I was in Japan, right, this happened. It was so weird and random. I'd be sitting, I'd be sleeping, right, and then I just wake up, and I have this strong like feeling in my heart, and I would be thinking about my dad. This strong feeling, and I just could not go back to bed, and my heart is pounding. Wish you the best. I was in your blessing. Take care of your family. Thank you. So like it was just this weird feeling. Like I just felt intense, which I never felt before. You know. And then I would either have to like walk outside to get some fresh air, or I so then yeah. But that was just recent. Like I've been in Japan for 15 years. I never thought about it. But yeah, man, it just be crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. But actually the reason I ended up coming home was cuz my dad was sick, and my mom's like, "You got to come home." God talking to you. I guess I don't know. But they said my dad was sick. You got to come home. And then my mom's like, "Your dad's asking when you're coming home." And I'm like, "Okay, I'm coming home." And I bought my ticket, got my shots, told my job I'm going home because my dad. And I get here, and then my mom passes away. It's just so random. But that's life. Shit happens like that. But I don't know. I just don't feel. I mean, I'm not gonna move. But over there's this plant that someone gave my mom, and I remember my mom telling me this is my plant, and you gotta water it, and that's what I do every Tuesday. Actually, I water this plant and make sure that this plant stays alive, because part of that is my mom. Are you fluent in Japanese? No, sir. No, sir. My first 6, 7 years of Japan, I was like, I ain't trying to learn no Japanese, because to teach English, they don't want you speaking Japanese, and most of my Japanese friends spoke English. I made videos about that. I pissed off so many people. But then after graduating, after getting my MBA in Japan, and I went out to do my job hunting, and they're just like, "Yeah, so are you fluent in Japanese?" I'm like, no, but I got my MBA." And they're like, "Well, yeah. The MBA is nice, but if you spoke Japanese, we would hire you just because we'll teach you the job." And I was like, "Man." And then I started about like 4 years ago, and I was really committed. I was waking up. I didn't rap. I was just making. I was just doing. I was a studious student, asking all my Japanese friends, and they're all happy. "Oh, you're learning Japanese." Going to stores, using my Japanese. I took the test, because that worked for me, man. Taking the test. All them other ways, watching anime, listening to songs, dating Japanese people, blah 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 blah, didn't work for me. But when I started taking the test for Japanese, studying the test books, it clicked for me. I wish I would have known that earlier. And I passed level 5. 5 is a joke, but I do think if I had a company in Japan, I would make everyone who wants to work with my company pass level 5, because it's the easiest one. It's like left, right, yellow, blue. If you can't do that, then you shouldn't be working here. And it'll help you, man. It'll help you with regular shit. But then I moved on to, so there's 5 levels, as you know. 5 is the easiest. 4, 3, 2, 1 is native. So I started working on 4, and then I got my camera, right? And then I started doing photography, and then my brain just kind of started focusing on photography, and then it kind of everything went downhill. But living there in the country for 15 years, you kind of learn stuff. You got a feeling, which I'm interested in when I go back eventually. Will I still have that feeling, or will I be like a tourist on reset? Although when I do go back to Japan, I better check to see if. All right, passing the hospital. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna continue this, but I don't even know how that's gonna work. Actually, I don't know if I'm gonna continue this. It depends. If my friend says he's gonna be on live with me, then I don't think he will. But I'll keep talking about it all week, so no one can say they didn't know what's coming. But next Tuesday is gonna be the last live talk, and I'm gonna try to make it big. I was thinking of doing like a live show, but I don't know if my internet will be fast enough. So I might like make a video and kind of post it live, like an exclusive or something. I don't know. Please give me some ideas what I could do to make an amazing live for the end of summer. I lived in Ethiopia for about a year and some change. I can speak. That's what's up. That's what's up. It's interesting how people adapt. Like, I met people who spoke Japanese like fluently, right? But they didn't enjoy Japan, Like they didn't do stuff. Like I always tell this story. There was this guy, he spoke fluent Japanese, and we're out doing like a photo shoot or video or something. And he was the cameraman, and we had a PA, like a production assistant, Japanese girl. And he's like, yeah, I really like that Japanese girl, but I don't know what to say to her. And my friend's like, just talk to her. You speak Japanese fluently. Like, I don't know what to say. And I walked out. I was like, hey, man, what you doing? But, why? Yeah, when you first had those lights on, I thought you were sitting next to the window, morning sun. Why last live? Because everything has to come to an end. Nah, because for the past 6 months I haven't been working and I had no money. And there's a person who probably doesn't watch me. He's like, why don't you get a job? And he's like, because I was under the impression that I'm not supposed to get a job. I'm supposed to sit here and take care of my dad. But then after like 4 months of not having money, and I was like, fuck that shit. So I technically I should be getting a paycheck from taking care of my dad, because that's a system, but that's not going to kick in till September. It should have been already, but like I had to ask. I said, Dad, can I borrow some money for the car inspection? He's like, I hate that feeling. 15 years, man. Anyway, so I got this job and I'll be teaching, so I'm not going to have all this time to be doing this. I'll be working. And I'm going to try to line it up. So I'm going to have that teaching job, and I'm trying to work at like a little stock boy job, because I need to have money. Like 6 months was cool. So won't have time for all of this. Maybe I will. I don't know the schedule yet, but I don't anticipate that. But we'll see. How did you get through the fear of going to another country? I had no fear. I'm fearless. In that regard, things that I'm afraid of. I'm afraid of eating vegetables, foreign vegetables I ain't friends with. If we're friends, I'll eat them all day long. But if they're not friends, I'm not trying to eat them. I'm afraid of dogs. I'm afraid of bees. But going to another country, I was not afraid, which is weird, right? Why would I be afraid of going? Now, there's some countries I don't plan to go to. Is it North Korea? South Korea? There's a place where foreigners are not supposed to go. You can't go, and people do. All right, man. All right, so I'm gonna cut this short because my ride is here, and yeah. But sub to the Bandcamp, folks. Thank you so much. All right, so I'm gonna keep updating you with the video coming up. And as always, thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate you guys. And yeah, be safe. And what's tomorrow? But, the video will be up when it's up. All right. Peace. Thank you. And I'm out.